Hello there everyone! My name is 3PO and welcome back to another interview video. Been a little while since I've done one of these, and today I am very happy to welcome Dear Dream Studios onto the channel. Back in October 2021, they released their first game titled Cooking Companions on Steam, and a few months later have picked up more steam with a very positive reception and being played on YouTube channels such as Game Theory. I got in contact with them and Dear Dream was kind enough to let me conduct an interview through text. That means for this video, I will be reading off the responses they gave me through our messages. If you go and click on the link down below, you can go and download Cooking Companions on Steam yourself, or if you're strapped for cash, you can go and play the Appetizer Edition also on Steam. Don't forget to also go and follow Dear Dream Studios' Twitter, also in the description below. With all that out of the way, let's get to the interview, shall we? How about we start by introducing yourself to the audience? Hey everyone, this is Dear Dream Studios. Hope you're having a great day. Cooking Companions has been out for a few months now. How has it been seeing fan reactions and feedback? It's been great. Fans definitely picked up on some of the more hidden details and themes of the game. What inspired your decision to make the game in an anime art style? I've always loved the anime art aesthetic, but didn't see any games utilizing it for horror. Did you run into any potential roadblocks during development? Yes, a Kickstarter that failed initially due to COVID reaching the United States and schedules of different artists not meshing with deadlines. From initial concept to full release, how long do you think it took to complete the game? 5 years. Had to save up money with each paycheck to slowly buy the artwork for the game. Once funded on Kickstarter, about a year to finish everything I started with the game code. Were there any specific inspirations for the 4 main human characters' design/personalities? I tried to take existing archetypes and tropes and write them differently. The characters don't have long to live in the cabin, so I wanted to condense their quote-unquote arcs down for people, but by subverting expectations. For example, in a normal anime story, Anatoly would ultimately help the group by using his intelligence to think of a solution. The game has hints of that trope, but ends in a rug pull. What animal is on Anatoly's shoulder? What animal? Okay, so I'm going off script here for a second, but basically, for the longest time, Dear Dream has been saying that there's no animal on Anatoly's shoulder, but you can see it right there. It just disappears halfway through the game. Why are you doing this to all of your fans? We don't know what this thing is. Like, why is it there? It cannot simultaneously be there and not be there. Like, I'm not crazy, right? There is a squirrel or something there, right? There is definitely a squirrel or something. Anyway, back to the interview. The Karen boss at the end of the game was very creative. Can you tell us why you decided to give most of the endings this finale? I thought it'd be fun to have the climax be a sort of boss fight that ends with the reveal/stab. Where did you find the recipes the Chompettes give to the player? Have you tried them all? Except the 4th one, of course. I have 2 vegan friends that made and tried all of the recipes. Unfortunately, I didn't due to time constraints. Do you plan to expand upon some of the more secret characters of the future? Agata, Cornbread, or Turnip, for example. Cornbread, yes. Agata, she was a Kickstarter reward tier, so no. Radish, aka Turnip, possibly in the sequel. Did you ever expect your game to get a Game Theory video on it at any point? No, never. How did you approach Yub to record the dubbed main theme? He sang a few bars for the demo, and I absolutely loved it. So I reached out to him and asked if he wanted to sing the quote-unquote theme. To my surprise, he said yes. What's your favorite scary movie? Big fan of Rec, Spanish version, The Descent with the European ending, The Witch, Exorcist 3, The Shining, too many to count. Were there any cut features that didn't end up making it into the game? Yes. The original idea for New Game Plus's boss fight was to make it last over an hour. Any wrong decision would result in your death. Scrapped it for obvious reasons. Other cut features included cooking minigames and exploration mechanics that used an inventory system similar to Resident Evil. Getting serious for a second, in 2020, you attempted to kickstart Cooking Companions only for it to be unsuccessful. How did you find the determination to push on, to create the relaunched Kickstarter and fund your game so it could be the piece of art that it is today? Well, the first one failed because I launched it on the day COVID arrived in the United States. So I took into account that people were canceling pledges for very good reasons. I pushed through it with the relaunch because I knew the idea/story was something I couldn't just throw away after 5 years. Was MatPat right? Is the MC the only one who can see the Chompettes? Or are they just hiding from the other characters so they aren't potentially eaten? Smiley face. That's all they wrote. They just wrote smiley face. Which is your favorite Chompette, if you have one? Cabbage and bread. How do you feel about people comparing this game to Doki Doki Literature Club? Flattered beyond belief. Development began years before DDLC came out, so I get the comparison, but it was never my intention to copy or imitate anything that it did. Nothing but love and respect for DDLC/Team Salvato, but it's not the direction I wanted to take my horror game. The ghost designs are truly horrific and have given me a few nightmares. Is there any that stand out as most scary to you? Mariah still gets me to this day every time I see it. Haha. The game very smartly has only a handful of jump scares, with most of the fear driving from suspense. Why choose the game to work like this? I think the art/build up to jump scares is fantastic, but I personally find them to be cheap, and too much of a release for the player. So I wanted to focus on artwork/suspense that, in another game, could have been an easy jump scare, but didn't want it to result in an actual jump scare, which caused more stress on the player. What can you tell us about the Portuguese-speaking ghost and the jump scare ghost? The jump scare ghost is Monster 6 from Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, one of my favorite horror games. Kira was kind enough to let me include it as an Easter egg for Nightmare Mode. For the Portuguese-speaking ghost, no comment. So heads up, this is completely off script again, but I'm actually planning to make a theory about the Portuguese ghost, so keep an eye out for that if you're made it this far. Oh, and comment down below if you made it this far. This is a pretty cool interview. I might watch it again. Yeah. Is the pixelated ghost something bigger? The I'm Scared one? No. That's an Easter egg from the game I'm Scared. I asked Ivan, the developer, if I could use it. Made a short demo for him, and he said yes. I think it prepares players for Nightmare Mode. Are there any secrets still left in the game nobody has found yet? Yes. What is your all-time favorite moment in the game? There's plenty, but I really enjoyed the Easter egg menu scare and the Easter egg track that plays. Can you reveal anything about the Cooking Companions prequel DLC currently being worked on? It's taking longer than expected, but I hope everyone enjoys it. Should answer some questions fans have asked about. Is there anything else you want to say? Just want to thank everyone that has watched and or played the game. Your comments and support have been deeply humbling and appreciated. I never expected this reception to the game. And with that, this concludes our interview. Thank you so much for Dear Dream for coming on and answering all of my questions. And thank you all for watching until the end. And make sure to subscribe if you liked it. Go and check out all of the links down below to go and support Cooking Companions. Trust me, it's a great game. Go and play it. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you later. Bye-bye.